Good morning, dear students. Today we shall begin with the second part of the chapter People as Resource. In the previous part, we discussed about the introductory part of the chapter and we came across various terminologies such as resources, human resource, liability, assets, gross national product, etc. So today we shall discuss two stories of two friends, that is Sakal and Vilas, and what the author is trying to say through these stories. We will even discuss that. So let us begin. This picture is given in your NCERT book. The one towards your right is Sakal. He is well dressed and he looks as if he earns good amount of money. And towards your left is Vilas, and as you can see, he has been portrayed as a very poor person. So let us begin. Story of Sakal. There were two friends, Vilas and Sakal, living in the same village, Simapur. Sakal was a 12-year-old boy. His mother, Sheila, looked after domestic chores. His father, Bhuta Chaudhary, worked in agricultural field. Sakal helped his mother in domestic chores. He also looked after his younger brother Jitu and sister Situ. His uncle Shyam had passed the matriculation examination but was sitting idle in the house as he had no job. Bhuta and Sheila were eager to teach Sakal. They forced him to join the village school, which he soon joined. He started studying and completed his higher secondary examination. His father persuaded him to continue his studies. He raised a loan for Sakal to study a vocational course in computers. Sakal was meritorious and interested in studies from the beginning. With great vigor and enthusiasm, he completed his course. After some time, he got a job in a private firm. He even designed a new kind of software. This software helped him increase the sale of the firm. His boss acknowledged his services and rewarded him with a promotion. So this is the story of Sakal, and as we can see over here, Sakal was a 12-year-old boy. His parents wanted him to study and they asked him to join the village school, that is the government school, and once he completed his higher secondary examination, his father asked him to study further, and so he joined a computer course, and after completion of that course he even secured a job and he was performing very well in his job. Okay, so on the contrary, this story of Vilas is there. Vilas was an 11-year-old boy residing in the same village as Sakal. Vilas's father Mahesh was a fisherman. His father passed away when he was only 2 years old. His mother Geeta sold fish to earn money to feed the family. She bought fish from the landowner's pond and sold in the nearby mandi. She could earn only rupees 20 to 30 a day by selling fish. Vilas became a patient of arthritis. His mother could not afford to take him to the doctor. He could not go to school either. He was not interested in studies. He helped his mother in cooking and also looked after his younger brother Mohan. After some time, his mother fell sick and there was no one to look after her. There was no one in the family to support them. Vilas too was forced to sell fish in the same village. He, like his mother, earned only a meager income. So this story is about Vilas. His father passed away when he was very young, when Vilas was only 2 years old, and as a result, his mother Geeta had to sell fish, and that fish was bought by the landowner's pond. They did not catch themselves, and as a result, they used to get very less profit out of that sale of fish. But eventually the mother falls sick, and Vilas had to take over. He had to start selling fish just like his mother. Vilas did not go to school, and he was not even provided with healthcare facilities. As a result, he was suffering from arthritis. So we can see over here that due to lack of education and healthcare facilities, human capital formation does not take place, and the individual, this Vilas, is performing a work of an unskilled laborer and is earning a very meager amount of income out of it. Okay. Now these two stories, they are not important from characters point of view. You do not need to remember what was the name of the father of Vilas, or what was the name of the mother. You do not need to remember all that. You need to understand the concept, what the author is trying to convey over here. So here is this analysis. Suckle and Vilas. What is the difference between these two stories of these two individuals? So in case of Suckle, investments were made. Suckle used to go to school, and after that he even pursued a computer course. He was physically able. He might have been taken to doctor whenever required. So investments were made. In case of Vilas, investments were not made. Money was not invested on Vilas. In case of Suckle, Suckle went to school, but Vilas never went to school. Suckle acquired a degree in computer, but Vilas never went to school. So acquiring higher studies is out of question. Suckle was physically strong. On the contrary, Vilas was physically weak, and he had this problem of arthritis. Okay. Once Suckle, he gained his degree, and he had completed his computer course, he became a skilled laborer. On the contrary, Vilas remained an unskilled laborer throughout the year. As a result, Suckle was working in a private firm, but Vilas was selling fish just like his mother. There was no change in their life or the standard of living of Vilas's family. It was just the same. Now there are two types of cycles that we are able to see in an economy, that we are able to see in a society. Those two cycles are virtuous cycle of development and vicious cycle of poverty. So let us discuss what these two are. Virtuous, this term virtuous means fortunate. Okay, so it is always related to development. Never get confused between virtuous and vicious. Vicious is something from which you are not able to come out, and virtuous means fortunate. So virtuous cycle of development. This cycle says that whenever there is an investment in human capital, it will lead to better education and healthcare facilities, which will ultimately lead to higher productivity. You already know productivity means the amount of work an individual is able to perform. So if an individual is educated and is healthy, they will be able to perform better in a particular work. And when there is higher productivity, that individual will have good amount of income, which will lead to accumulation of wealth. Wealth will be accumulated, and that accumulated wealth will be used by that individual to invest in their child's human capital formation. They will invest in their child's education and healthcare facility, and this cycle continues from generation to generation. Nobody wants to come out of virtuous cycle of development. Always remember this diagram. Okay. Now, the next cycle is vicious cycle of poverty. As I've already told you, vicious means something from which you're not able to come out. So poverty is a very unhappy state. So everyone wants to come out, but they are not able to. So that is why it is called vicious cycle of poverty. Now this cycle says that when an individual has got low income, they will have low level of educational and healthcare facilities for their children. Of course, if there is a daily wage laborer, that individual might not be able to incur the cost of healthcare and educational facilities for his or her children. So low income leads to low level of education and healthcare facilities, which will lead to low capital formation. Capital formation will not take place, or even if it does, it will be of very low quality. And due to low human capital formation, there will be low productivity. They will not be able to perform very much. And due to low productivity, there will be low income, which will lead to lower educational and healthcare facilities for their children. So this cycle also continues from generation to generation, and everyone wants to come out of this vicious cycle of poverty and move towards virtuous cycle of development. In this story, we saw that Vilas is an individual who is caught up in vicious cycle of poverty. His parents were poor, and as a result, investments were not made to provide educational and healthcare facilities to Vilas, and as a result, he is having low productivity, which leads to low income. If Vilas has children in future, he will not be able to invest in their education and healthcare facilities, and as a result, their children will also have lower productivity, and it will continue from generation to generation. On the contrary, we saw that in case of Sakal was able to come out of vicious cycle of poverty, and he moved towards virtuous cycle of development. He was getting good amount of income, and as a result, he would have invested in better educational and healthcare facilities for his children, which would have led to higher productivity of those children, which would have led to accumulation of wealth, and this would have continued. Okay, now all those parents who are educated, they understand the importance of investment in human capital, and as a result they want to provide their children with better educational and healthcare facilities always. They understand that if their child is going to be educated, he or she will be able to get good job in future. They understand the importance of sanitation. If there is sanitation all around a child, the child will not fall sick. So an educated parents invest more heavily in this human capital formation. Hence, countries like Japan have invested in human resource. They did not have any natural resource. They have invested on people, especially in the field of education and health. These people have made efficient use of other resources like land and capital. Now, Japan is one example. In this country, it has been observed that the government of Japan invests in human resource formation a lot. They do not have a good amount of natural resources like other countries. For example, if South Africa develops in future, it is quite obvious because they have got huge amount of natural resources. They have got crude oil, they have got diamonds, but Japan is not very rich in natural resource, and even then the development of Japan is quite significant, and the reason behind it is that they are investing a huge amount of money in human resource formation. They understand that if their population becomes an asset, they will help the economy as a whole. So that is it. Now, assignments. Explain the vicious cycle of poverty. You have to explain all those boxes that I had made. You have to make the diagram and you have to explain it. The second question is, what are the key elements of a virtuous cycle of development? Explain. Again, these key elements basically refer to all those boxes that I had made in that cycle. So you need to explain it. The third question is, Japan has scarcity of natural resources, yet it is a developed and rich country. Describe briefly the steps that helped Japan to become a developed country. So you need to explain it in your own words. It is mentioned in your NCERT book. This example of Japan is mentioned. So you will be able to write. You are expected to write 3 points in this answer. So that is it for today. Thank you.